When people think of the Porsche brand, people think of an iconic sports car brand that has a long heritage. With its strong racing legacy and high quality performance car, there is no doubt that Porsches can be expensive. However, there are some Porsche models that could be picked up at a bargain. Today, we'll talk about 5 Porsche models that could be picked up around $10,000. Hi everyone, Vroom Vroom Brian here, the car analyst who helps you viewers to find the best value for your next car. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell for the notifications on any new videos on my channel. With that out of the way, let's get into today's video. Number 1. The Porsche Boxster. Porsche introduced the Boxster in the late 1990s as an entry-level performance car. With a 2.5-liter flat-six engine, it produces around 200 horsepower that 0 to 60 takes around 7 seconds. However, the later models had a 3.2-liter that had a better performance, with now a top speed of up to 160 miles per hour. Even though it may not be fast by modern standards, it is still a Porsche. Today, early Boxster models could be easily picked up under $10,000. Although it may not be the best Porsche of all time, but it is still a Porsche on a tight budget. Number 2. The Porsche Cayenne. In the early 2000s, Porsche introduced its first SUV, the Cayenne. It was based off the VW Touareg that came out at the same time and uses similar parts. The Cayenne competed the BMW X5 and the Mercedes ML, which were big sellers in the United States. When Porsche came out with the Cayenne, it was aimed towards a performance SUV. Indeed, Porsche first made the Cayenne S that had a V8 engine that had around 340 horsepower that could just hit 150 miles per hour. If that is not enough power, Porsche also introduced the Turbo and the Turbo S. Both the Turbo and the Turbo S shares the same turbo V8 that has more than 520 horsepower, which is one of the fastest SUVs today. Today, it is possible to purchase an early example of the Cayenne for a few $1,000s and slightly more for the Turbo. In conclusion, this is one of the fastest SUVs of all time and now could be picked up for a tight budget. Number 3. The Porsche 994. One of the most popular Porsche is the 994. Introduced in the mid-1970s, Porsche made an entry-level vehicle. The 994 uses a 2-liter inline-4 engine from Volkswagen to power it. There is also an option of the 924 Turbo that had up to 177 horsepower. In addition, the 924 attended some motoring racing events. In conclusion, some people are not a fan of this car due to the slow performance, but it is still a way to own an old Porsche that could start appreciating its value. Today, some early examples could be picked up a few $1,000s, but beware, the conditions may be old. Number 4. The Porsche 944. The next level above the 924 is the 944. The 944 is another mid-engine, rear-wheel drive Porsche that came out in the 1980s. It now has a bigger engine, a 2.5-liter inline-4 engine. The later models had a turbo that has up to 247 horsepower. Even though it may sound cool to have a strange yet interesting Porsche, but it is challenging to find some. Today, some 944s could be picked up around $10,000, which is another old Porsche that could start appreciating for the future markets. Number 5. The Porsche 911 996. One of the best buys on this list is the 996 911. I already made some videos about the 996 911, so be sure to check it out. The 996 Porsche is the first time Porsche introduced a water-cooled engine. Sure, it may not look as pretty compared to the original 911, but it is still a 911. Most enthusiasts are not a fan for this generation of the 911, and that is one of the biggest reasons why it is cheap. Some examples could be picked up around $10,000. Even though that is cheap for a 911, but some of the 996 are starting to climb up in value due to the easiness of modification, reasonable modern performance, and the price. So there you have it. What are your thoughts on my list? Make sure to share your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please make sure to check out my other videos. And as always, please make sure to click on the subscribe button down below and click the bell for the notifications on any new videos on my channel. Thank you.